you're crazy until you're successful, then you're a genius. And I think for a lot of people, when you're grinding as a small channel, people think you're too obsessed, you're a weirdo, stop only making videos, like get a life, be realistic. People will convince you're out of your mind for wanting to do this, but then once you're successful, they're like, yo, your drive, your tenacity was great. But it's like, yeah, well, where was that back then? You know what I mean? I didn't get that when I was a small channel. And so I think you're crazy until you're successful, then you're a genius.
People only root for people who don't need it. Like the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. The path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
The cynics get to be right, and the optimists get to be rich.
One of the biggest fallacies of the advice from people who are in your current situation is that they are right most of the time. When you bring a girl home, 99 times out of 100, when your parents say, she's not the girl, I don't like her, she won't last, they're right every single time, except for the one time it matters and you end up marrying the person, right? Like when they say like, you're not going to succeed, like this idea of yours, it's not going to last. And they're right every single time, except for the one time that matters when you hit it big. And so it's one of those things where they are right more times, but they are not more right. When I die, people will be dividing on my assets, arguing over who gets what. There's going to be a caterer at my funeral. Some people won't make it because something came up and they got busy. And then the few people that are there are probably no one that I have in my life right now. And the fact that every single person that I have in my life might not even make it to the funeral to speak over me while I'm dead. It's like, why on earth would I listen to them while I'm alive?
I just didn't really want to be around anyone. If you're watching this and you're kind of at that weird purgatory where you know you want to be successful, but you're not successful yet, and you're in this weird stage where you know what your life is going to be, it's just reality hasn't caught up yet. And that was really my entire life. My entire life was, I know that this is going to happen. Life just hasn't caught up to that intention yet. And just understand that there may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years where you're just kind of like lonely, and then all of a sudden it changes. And with that being said, as always, I'm watching you from afar and I'm rooting for you.